Hi there, Asa Collier with Crash Combat Championship. I am joined today with Tucker Eastwood, our main event fighter for Crash 7. Thank you very much for joining me, Tucker.
Yeah, for sure.
I know we were both at the gym this morning. Let's start there. Tell me a little bit about your gym and who you train with.
I train with Rudy Bear's Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, the Caveman crew, down here at 4030 Broadway. um, Training with tough guys all the time. Got Tanner Bieber out there. We got Zeb Vincent. We got Rudy Bears. We got some tough dudes out here that I've been grinding it out with every morning. I'm up 6 o'clock sharp every day. You gotta get a workout in before I come to practice. I get to practice at 9. I'm usually done by 11. Go home, do another workout, do a little work. I kind of get to pick my schedule and stuff, so it all works out. It all works out real good.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
yeah, yeah. Rudy's done a great job taking care of me. He introduced me to the game like 5 years ago. And he just put me on, and it really took off. Then a couple years down the road, we started out in Raytown. A couple years down the road, we moved into Westport, and things just seemed to grow and expand and continue to grow and expand and evolutionize and yeah, just becoming a better all around skilled fighter, not just in the gym but in life. Real good structure, support, good peers, good friends. um, and I guess that's kind of what it's all about, right?
That's incredible, man. That's incredible. I know from living around here, Rudy Bears, Bellator vet, Strike Force vet, one of the best out of this region, and
He's a
a
beast.
fantastic coach. So that's great,
Thank
man.
you. Yeah.
Let's see here. What got you into fighting?
I was a troubled little kid, and I was hanging around with some buddies one time, just bullshitting, and his uncle came in and was like, "Hey," he was talking to another guy. He was like, "Hey, you want to get in a fight?" And the guy was like, "No, I ain't been training." I was like, "I'll get in a fight," and and he was like, "Are you serious? What weight?" And I'm like, 170, and it was like 1 second. Let me see if I tell these guys to shut up real quick. Uh-huh. Hey, there we go. And so yeah, just you know, uh I was like, I'll come in, and I went in there Sunday, and it was a sparring day. And I remember I kind of got my ass kicked by a guy, Josh Tully, and I was like, damn, that is awesome, right? Like
Yeah,
I've been wrestling since I was 4 to 17. Got in a little trouble in high school, took some time off. But then I gone in there, and I couldn't take this dude down or nothing. And I was like, motherfucker. Right then and there, I know I got stuff to get better at, right?
yeah,
And it wasn't, I mean, but like a month, and Rudy was like, "You want to fight?" And I'd been cutting weight my whole life, and I thought I was ready to fight at 170. And next thing you know, I'm fucking 155 pounds, and you know what I
yeah.
mean, back down to my eighth grade weight, and fighting and shit. And took a few fights there, and shit put me on a plane for my first time. I caught an alligator in Florida. Hey, Nico was actually there. He saw me catch that alligator.
Wow.
Yeah, we traveled to Florida together. I'm familiar with my opponent. He seems like an all right cat.
Yeah,
He's a good guy. He works hard, and I look forward to it. It's a good opportunity. And that's kind of the other thing is it's just each opportunity. What got me into fighting is taking all the opportunities that I could. You know what I mean? Don't pass nothing up. Life's short. You don't get to go redo the shit. Um, hey, guess what? The guy who hadn't been training still ain't got to fight. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking do it. Like, so yeah, I guess it would just be like my opportunities to take advantage of what's in front of me, and just kind of dictating my own life. You know what I mean? Not necessarily what everybody else wants from me, or but what I want. And it's been a really good journey. Lots of growth, lots of improvement. Like I said, I used to be a little hellacious. I was hard on my parents.
I understand. Yes, sir.
So it hey, look. since I started this, I ain't been in no trouble.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean?
That's the glory of it. Yeah, you don't have to get in trouble. You can fight
No,
for
no.
real in the cage.
Yeah, well, and the other thing is just the self discipline and then the structure that it instills in you, and anybody with some morals and values, you can very you can righteously walk as a man. You can righteously say, hey, you can't, just try to get people to be nice to one another and be able to spread positivity. Like, it's not always just about fighting, but being diverse.
Very much.
That's one thing that I'd say I've really grown on is diversity, right? Just
Yeah,
seeing all walks of life, right? You got people who come in who maybe never even want to get in a fight, but they just love it, right? And then you got, people like Zeb Vincent, like me, like Rudy, training to be at the top, like to be the best, So and at the end of the day, we all have a minded, goal at the end of the day, and try to just improve, right?
absolutely. I mean, arguably the most diverse sport in the world is
Yes.
mixed martial arts, and
Yeah, you get people from all other sports coming to fighting, right? Like you
oh
don't see
yeah,
no fighters going to play football or rugby or soccer,
right.
but you see them all come over to fighting, and it's a beautiful thing.
It is. It is. Absolutely,
It
sir. Let's see here. I did want to ask you one more fight related question, real simple one. Ask Nico this one, but who's your favorite fighter?
You know what? Honestly, I really wouldn't say I'm a big fan of many people, but
Sure.
if I was gonna say my favorite fighter would probably be Alexander Volkanovski. I just
Okay.
think he is a world class technician. I think that he is a good representation of his country. I think he is a good representation of his people, of his gym, of his peers. Right? Like, I mean, you look at him and you're like, oh, he's probably got some decent parents, right? Like,
All
he's
right.
a squared away individual. So.
Yeah.
Um, and I say that you can't tell nothing about nobody's family life, but but
Sure.
he seems wholesome. He seems like he's got good morals, and you got cooking with Volk on there, whipping
Yeah.
it up, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I'd say Volk. I think he's just probably the way he represents himself as an athlete and as I think a staple of his country. When I think of
Yeah.
Australia, I think of good things because of Alexander Volkanovski
Oh,
and
I do too.
kangaroos. But
I think of a what you would call it, a goat burger every time I think of the man, a lamb
you
burger.
know, yeah,
That food looks great. He cooks.
yeah.
Well, awesome, man. Let's get into some of the oddball questions here, and I'll ask you over under for the last question. Uh,
Uh-huh.
what kind of music do you like? What are you into?
Dude, I want diversity. I listen to anything, rap, country. It just depends where I'm going and what I'm doing, right?
Yeah, right on. Yeah, yeah,
So coming to the gym, I listen to some rap or maybe some rock or something. But uh, I got at home, I got a tractor and some animals and stuff, and I run a little. I had a couple goats last year, and I think I'm gonna get me some more and stuff like that. So, I listen to country music every now and again, but
yeah.
but but hey, look, really, I want to buy me a horse. That's what I'm looking for. So if anybody out there got a free horse, I'll take it. But
Right on.
but
Excellent, man.
no, just you know, anything and everything, whatever fits the mood.
Awesome, awesome. Let's see here. If you had to live in another country, you had to choose one and can't live in the
Hmm.
USA. What country would you live in?
It can't be the USA.
Can't be the USA.
Mm,
Yeah.
probably. Damn, that's tough, right?
Right. Yeah.
Probably Iceland or Maine.
Iceland. Okay.
Yeah, somewhere beautiful like that with lots of water.
Mhm.
Lots of. I ain't got no problem with Canada other than they're all soft.
Yeah, the government seems they're having some trouble there.
Yeah, yeah. So hey, if I could just go over there and dictate them motherfuckers, but
Yeah. Right.
but but hey, look, I'd be out fishing every day. Then I'd probably just throw down the gloves and go fishing.
Oh, Canada is so amazing. Canada
You
is
know what I
really
mean?
something
Give me a
else.
fucking boat and that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
for sure. Well, Iceland, what's in Iceland that you like? You said
Just
the one.
hillsides, really. I mean, just it's like Greenland's icy, but
Yeah,
Iceland's green. You know what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean? So Iceland is it would be it. I'd be there more for me. You know what I mean? Not for the
sure,
people. More for me
sure.
than the people for sure.
Well, that would be that'd be a trip, man. You wouldn't look like the rest of those Icelandic dudes. You'd
No,
probably be
I wouldn't. They'd
pretty
notice
good.
me, huh?
Yeah, they would. Good.
That motherfucker crawled out of a cave or something,
Heck
huh?
yeah. Heck yeah. Awesome. One last question. So this is over under, overrated or underrated. Um, are earbuds over or underrated?
Oh man, like earbuds.
Earbuds, yeah, kind you put
Look,
in your
dog,
ears.
I got double cauliflower. Them motherfuckers
Oh
don't
yeah,
even fit in my
didn't
ear.
even
They're
go.
overrated. They're overrated. Them bitches. Hey, I bought the $200 ones that they got the little heads on them so they can fit inside my hard ears and whatever, bro. But overrated.
Happening. Okay. All
Overrated.
right. There you have it, folks. Earbuds are overrated. Tucker Eastwood said so. And he will be our main event fighter versus Nico Hamilton in the Crash 7 the weekend after this weekend, April 11th in Lawrence, Kansas. Tucker, thank you very much for joining me today.
You have a great one.
You too. Thank you,
Bye
sir.
bye.
Talk to you soon.